everybody, and welcome to the first SportsLine episode of the season. I'm Bethany Lowe, and alongside of me is Cody Barr, and we are proud to be the producers and hosts for this new year.
We have an awesome year planned for you as we continue to cover all of your LaSalle sports news, previews, and highlights.
So let's get started with some game recaps. Cody?
The cross-country team started their season off at the Lehigh Invitational on August 31st. The men were able to register 7 top 15 finishers and finish in second place behind meet host Lehigh. In the 6K event that the Explorers competed in, Nico Greco was the first Explorer to cross the finish line with a 6th place finish at a time of 19 minutes and 14.63 seconds, followed closely by Vince Perozzi, Zach Sullivan, and Ben Pershaw, finishing 7th through 9th place. Through 15th place, the Explorers that finished were Luke Arbunkel, Ian Barnhill, and Fran Ferruzzi.
The women also finished up in second place just behind Lehigh, with 7 runners finishing in the top 20 of the 6K race. Rochelle Harrison placed 11th with a time of 23 minutes and 42.87 seconds, which set the speed for the rest of the pack of Explorers, finishing within 5 seconds of Harrison's time. Taylor Hackett, Krista Strikers, and Molly Mickle followed closely behind, finishing in 12th through 14th. Coming in around the 23-minute and 47-second range were Katie Bolgitz, Kaylee McNally, and Ann Arias. Both teams took 2 weeks off from racing before the Friends Big 5 Invitational on Saturday, September 13th in Philadelphia.
On Wednesday, September 4th, men's soccer had their home opener at McCarthy Stadium. Check out how the Explorers did when they took on Loyola at home.
The men's soccer team welcomed the Loyola Greyhounds to McCarthy Stadium. Fans came out in the hundreds to catch the Explorers' 2013 home opener. The game, however, did not go according to plan as Joe Farrell, a returning top scorer, was out due to last game's red card. Veteran star goalie John McCarthy also sat out due to a concussion.
When it came up over the last weekend, we just have to make gives everybody else an opportunity. You know, we had to slide some people to different spots of the field, but it enabled some guys to get an opportunity to see what they could do.
In his first collegiate start, goalie Mike Kirk saw a lot of action from the Greyhound offense. Less than 20 minutes into the game, Loyola had a 3-0 lead.
What I told him at half is that we didn't play real well in the first half, but in the second half, if we break it up into 3 15-minute periods and win each period, the score would be tied.
In the second half, LaSalle managed to fight back. Senior Jason Plumhoff recorded 2 goals and 1 assist as the Blue and Gold inched within 1 goal of Loyola, who now led 4-3 with less than 20 minutes left in the game. Loyola secured their victory with a goal in the 79th minute, handing LaSalle their first loss of the season.
Well, what we've tried to do is we tried to establish an identity as a team where we can keep the ball and move the ball up and down the field where it flows. We have to continue to work on that.
So as the second game of the season comes to a close, the Explorers are looking forward. They head out to take on Bucknell on Sunday and hope to bring home their first win of the 2013 season. For SportsLine, I'm Cody Barr.
And on Sunday, September 8th, the men's soccer team traveled to Lewisburg to take on Bucknell. In the 29th minute, junior Rob Frisky was able to score and put the Explorers in the lead going into halftime. However, fortunes would change for the Blue and Gold in the second half. In the 60th minute, Bucknell struck back with a penalty kick by Chris Thorsium to even the match at 1. 13 minutes later, the Bison were able to strike again on a goal by Jesse Klug. This proved to be the nail in the coffin as Bucknell was able to win by a final score of 2-1.
And on Wednesday, September 11th, the men traveled to New York to take on LIU Brooklyn. After 110 minutes of play, the game ended in a 0-0 tie. Senior John McCarthy recorded his first shutout of the season, bringing his career total up to 24. LaSalle outshot their opponent 19-17, but only 4 were recorded as shots on goal. This game marked LaSalle's second tie of the season.
Moving on to women's soccer, the Explorers won both games on September 6th and 8th over American and Marshall. On Friday, LaSalle topped American University in an overtime victory. Junior Anna Dolhansky netted the first goal of the game, as well as the game-winner overtime goal. Senior Renee Washington sent the ball from Miriam Husseini into the back of the net in the 27th minute to take the Explorers into a 2-0 lead. At the 74-minute mark, the Eagles scored their first goal. Just 2 minutes later, they scored again, taking it to the tie game that brought them to overtime. Dolhansky's game-winning goal came less than 30 seconds into overtime. Check out how the Explorers did in Sunday's game against Marshall.
8th, LaSalle took on the Thundering Herds of Marshall at home.
The Herd started off with a quick goal, but Renee Washington scored off a pass from teammate Miriam Husseini in the first 10 minutes of the second half. Then, after being locked at only 1-1 for 20 minutes, Kelsey Haycock took a penalty shot after getting fouled inside the box. In the next play, Haycock sunk the game-winning goal with a pass from Dominic Bonenti to Carrie Aiken, who heads it to Haycock, who sinks the game finisher.
On September 6th, the field hockey team took on the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers University. What happened is that it was quite a challenge for the blue and gold. They only mustered one shot on goal and one penalty corner. Meanwhile, goalie Lisa Schaefer made 10 saves in the cage in an effort to try and halt the Rutgers attackers. LaSalle fell behind in the 16th minute and was unable to capitalize the rest of the game, losing 4-0 in their third game of the season.
On Sunday, September 8th, the Explorers took on the UMass-Lowell Riverhawks in a home matchup. Take a look.
The team took on UMass-Lowell on Sunday the 8th in their 2013 home opener at DeVincent Field. Unlike their previous game at Rutgers University, the Explorers were able to penetrate the UMass-Lowell defense and tally up 18 total shots and 6 total penalty corners. The blue and gold got on board in the 28th minute off of a penalty corner. Olivia Lehman and Juliana Carfagno were credited with the assist to senior Olivia Shoemaker to put the Explorers up 1-0.
We told them at the halftime that we just need to continue being relentless inside our attacking 25, make sure that we're keeping possession of the ball, not giving up any 50-50 balls. They were doing a nice job of picking up the balls and making quick turnovers on the counterattack. So we really needed to make sure that we were keeping possession and making smarter passes out of the backfield as well as inside our attacking 25.
After the half, LaSalle kept up their momentum. Senior Marielle Papa rebounded a shot by freshman rookie Abby Lawrence to record her third goal of the season. Less than 10 minutes later, LaSalle sealed their victory with another goal by Olivia Shoemaker off of another shot by Abby Lawrence. With only 7 minutes left in the game, LaSalle was leading 3-0. Aiding the victory was goalie Lisa Schaefer, who recorded the shutout even without the support of defensive back Heather Beretta, who was out with a concussion.
We pushed Olivia Lehman, who has been practicing there and has played and gotten experience there last year, so we shifted her back to our center back. Our outside backs were the same, and pretty much everybody else has just fallen into place in the positions that we've had them in the past several games. I think that our defense did a really nice job without Heather. Obviously that's a huge role that we did have a chance to fill and everything, but I think that our backs definitely stepped up.
The Explorers will travel to Connecticut this weekend to take on Sacred Heart and Fairfield University.
This is a huge morale booster coming in and giving a lot of energy going into definitely games that I think that we can put a lot of test to Sacred Heart and Fairfield and hopefully come out with 2 wins this weekend, but it was a great overall team effort.
All right, when we return from this short commercial break, we will have more Explorer news and previews.
And don't forget, later on in the show, Rohan Brown will be sitting down with fellow athlete Kelly Perillo, so stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Nicole Malachowski, a U.S. Air Force Fighter Squadron Commander and the first woman pilot with the United States Air Force Aerial Demonstration Team. My fellow airmen and I know that each of us plays a huge part in our victories, whether in the air or on the ground. We couldn't accomplish our mission without using everyone's skills to reach our goals. Embracing our differences and working together is also what has made America strong. Thank you for your support, and remember, our strength lies in our diversity. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today, and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Being a gold medalist skier requires a lot of hard work, intense training, and time outside on the mountain. But taking care of my skin is easy and doesn't affect my performance. Every day I apply sunscreen and wear protective gear. I know protecting my skin will help prevent skin cancer and avoid wrinkles. I get my skin checked regularly by a dermatologist. 1 in 5 Americans will develop some form of skin cancer in their lifetime. My name is Julia Mancuso and I'm wearing orange to help put a spotlight on skin cancer.
Welcome back. The golf team has an impressive new face to the team this season. Freshman Joe Markman shot a 149, leading LaSalle at the season opener at Turning Stone Tiger Intercollegiate in New York during the first weekend of September. As a team, the Explorers finished in 10th place out of 14 with a 3-round total of 899. Senior Mike Johnson finished in 23rd with 221 in the 54-hole event. Greg Goodreads and Matt Plummer also performed well in the weekend rounds. The Rutgers Invitational on September 13th is up next for the LaSalle golfers.
On the weekend of September 7th and 8th, the women's volleyball team competed in the Loyola Greyhound Challenge. The Loyola Greyhounds, Delaware Blue Hens, and UMBC Retrievers traveled to the Wrights Arena in Baltimore, Maryland for the weekend's games. The Explorers started the challenge coming up short against the Greyhounds in a 3-0 set loss. As play continued on the next day, the Explorers were to match up against two tough teams, the Blue Hens and the Retrievers. Trying to come back from the loss they had the day before, the Explorers started their day fired up, but both matchups proved to be too challenging for the Explorers.
A standout player for the volleyball team thus far this season is sophomore Kelly Perillo, who continued to play strong all weekend. Perillo was named Athlete of the Week for the week of the second after her performance in the LaSalle Invitational, and her impressive play in the Greyhound Challenge earned her a spot on the all-tournament team. After the break, stick around to see when Rohan Brown sat down with Perillo about the Greyhound Challenge, her success so far this season, and a little bit more about her off the court. We'll be right back.
She passed away about 6 months ago. Sure, yeah, they missed their mom. It was hard to learn that there was no cure. You know, you don't want to see somebody that you love suffer. So we sought hospice care. Hospice people made her feel comfortable and pain-free. At first, the girls didn't know what was going on. The girls knew that Mommy was sick, that Mommy wasn't feeling well, but they didn't know that Mommy was going to die. I don't always have the answers, the best answers to the questions that they're going to ask about what's going on, and often the hospice people would be there, and they helped. You know, they helped me and the girls through just an incredibly hard time.
Welcome to the first SportsLine interview. I'm Rohan Brown. I'm here with Kelly Perillo. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I understand that this past weekend you were in the Greyhound Challenge?
Yes, in Baltimore.
What invitation was that?
That was against, we played Delaware and we played two other teams. We had 3 games this weekend. It was a tough challenge, but we saw what we really need to work on for the new season this year. We're a really young team, so we have 5 sophomores that are starting, and then we only have 1 senior this year. So we just made it through the weekend and went along.
Now I heard you made the all-tournament team.
Yes.
And then the week before that, you were Athlete of the Week.
Yes.
How does this success feel?
It's a great honor to be Athlete of the Week and on all-tournament team, but I couldn't have done it without my team.
Right. So the weekend before, I heard you had a LaSalle Invitational. Can you tell me about that?
We hosted 4 teams, and we played 2 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday, and we went 1-3. Right. Yeah, 1-3. But it was good competition. It got us ready for the season also.
So what exactly is your position?
I'm outside hitter, so I hit from the front row, and then in the back row I pass and play defense.
Pass and play defense. That's nice. So where exactly are you from?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, about an hour away from here.
And how does it feel to be in Philadelphia?
It's nice. I get to see my parents a lot. They get to come to a lot of the games.
Right. Did you have any other considerations besides LaSalle?
Yeah, I went to visit UNC Charlotte and UNC Greensboro in North Carolina, actually. But when I came to LaSalle for the visit, I loved it and the atmosphere here and the team. So
you like the LaSalle atmosphere, the people, the community. I do as well. So do you have any routines before you start the games?
Not really. I just kind of listen to music before I play and then just go out there and have fun.
What type of music do you listen to before the game?
Anything, whatever comes on Pandora. I just listen to any type.
So let's get to know you personally. What's your major?
My major is marketing.
Marketing? What do you hope to do with that?
I actually want to move to Charlotte after I graduate from here. My brother and family live down there. So
you want to be close to your family?
Yes.
That's cool. So do you have any role models, anybody who inspired you to play volleyball at the high level?
Not to play volleyball, but just in sports in general. My older brothers, they really pushed me and motivated me when I was younger, and I would always play outside with them.
Do they also play volleyball?
No, they play football. The one's at the University of Maine right now, and the one played at Davidson in North Carolina.
That's interesting. So how exactly did you get into playing volleyball?
When I was in 4th grade, just started in the summertime and played CYM, started for grade school, and that's how I just started it.
You never considered basketball?
I did play basketball in high school and all through
You enjoyed it more
school.
than volleyball?
I actually do love basketball. I miss it. We play intramurals here, so.
That's cool. So how is the relationship between you and your teammates? Is there any one person you get along with more than the others?
No, not really. We just have good chemistry this year. We're a close team, so it really helps us on the court.
That's good. So before you came in here, I seen you had your friend, what's her name?
Michelle Healy. She's our setter for our team.
What is that?
The setter, so she sets me so that I can hit the ball.
So you can spike?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. So do you have any goals for the future, athletics-wise or academically?
I just want to keep pushing myself to be the best I can. Being all-tournament team is really motivation for me to be better and just keep going and progress in the season.
All right, so how is it, any challenges being a student athlete at LaSalle? I know you have to miss days of school for trips and whatnot.
Yeah, we actually have to miss 4 Fridays in a row.
Must be rough.
Yeah, but I only have 1 class. But the teachers are really flexible with the schedule, and they really help us with our schoolwork and give us ample amount of time to finish.
That's nice. So how's the community, LaSalle community, the other non-athletes or fans that you might have during the games?
They're really supportive. We've actually, for our first tournament, we had a big crowd, surprisingly. Like from last year transitioning to this year, there was a lot more people and fans coming to our games, which is nice.
All right, that's nice. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll be back. I'm Rohan Brown. This is Kelly Perillo. Back after this commercial.
Everyone is a story. Everyone. He passed away last year. It was hard at first when I found out how sick he was. The doctor suggested hospice care at home. He came home, and that was wonderful. And the hospice helped a great deal. They were there whenever we needed them. They helped me take care of him. I didn't know. I didn't know where to start, what to do, what his needs were going to be. As the illness got worse and worse, they were there with help and suggestions and just how to do it, how to cope with it. They made his last months comfortable, pain-free, which was a blessing. We were able to find some joy till the very end.
Welcome back. Now we'd like to move on to a segment we call Exploring Headlines, where we tell you about events coming up, alumni news, promotions, and any other important LaSalle news.
The LaSalle women's basketball team is welcoming a skilled and experienced player to their roster for this upcoming season in transfer graduate student Kristen Lee. Lee comes to the squad from the Alabama Crimson Tide as a 5'9" guard. She was Alabama's starting point guard in 28 of 30 games and led the team with 81 assists. Lee averaged 4.9 points and 3.5 rebounds per game. We look forward to seeing her in an Explorers jersey.
The Crew team has renovated its coaching staff for the upcoming season. Head coach Tom Madden is a fresh face, and he brought in Colleen Greway, Craig Bischoff, and Emily Close to contribute to the program. Greway will be varsity assistant. Bischoff will serve as freshman coach, while also serving as recruiting coordinator. Close will assist the novice team as the graduate assistant.
Women's soccer team senior Renee Washington has been named A10 Player of the Week. This is the 5th time that the veteran midfielder has earned this honor from the A10. With Washington's goals over the weekend, she is now 2nd place in school history with 34 career goals, in need of just 6 more goals to tie the all-time record set at the turn of the century by Amy Schneider.
After the success of the LaSalle men's basketball team this past season, it was expected that for the 2013 to 2014 season, the Explorers would have some increased coverage and support. Well, this is definitely true because a school record of 15 and counting national television appearances will occur this year. The Explorers will be on the ESPN networks 5 times, CBS Sports Network 5 times, and NBC Sports Network 4 times. The Villanova game on Sunday, December 15th will be televised on Fox Sports 1 at 2:30 p.m.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we get back, Brendan Rigney will tell you which game during the week to watch in the marquee matchup.
We'll be right back.
Safe Challenge, where teams compete to make the right decisions about safe food preparations. Our challenge in this round, read and follow package cooking instructions and use a food thermometer. Let's see how our teams are doing so far. Team 1.
We just got 100 points.
We separated our raw food from our cooked food.
Team 2.
We got a 100-point green card for proper hand washing before our meal prep.
We've reached a critical safety point in the challenge. Okay, Team 1, let's check this out. Uh-oh, not a safe internal temperature for those hamburgers. That puts everyone at high risk for foodborne illness. You get a red card, undercooked. Always read and follow the package cooking instructions and use a food thermometer. Let's see how our winning team cooked it safe and avoided problems.
Well, I just kept focused on the 4 food safety steps: clean, separate, cook, and chill.
And we followed the package cooking instructions and took the temperature.
Can you cook it safe?
Hello, LaSallians. I'm your host, Brendan Rigney, on this first edition of Marquee Matchup. Today we're going to be talking about the women's soccer, and they're going up against Loyola, which is on Sunday, September 15th at 1 o'clock. Here's the key players that you got to look for. Renee Washington, who is the senior. Last week, she was A10's Player of the Week, so you got to watch out for her. And also we have Kelsey Haycock, the junior forward. She leads the team in shots and goals. Next, we're going to look at the keys of the game. As you can see, this is the last home game that we had before a stretch of 4 away games. So that's going to be tough for LaSalle. So they really need to crank this one out in order to get some momentum going for the away games. And lastly, they need to be very aggressive because Loyola does not take a lot of shots, whereas LaSalle is very, I guess aggressive would be the right word to use. They have twice as many shots as any other team that they've played so far, whereas Loyola takes much less shots than the last game that they were in. So as long as LaSalle stays aggressive, I think that they can pull this out. I'm Brendan Rigney. This was your marquee matchup for the week.
For others, it may have just been a summer job. But for me, it was training. Now I'm an Air Force pararescueman, and my job is to save lives. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
So that's our game for the week.
And be sure to keep up with us this weekend on Twitter. Follow us at SportsLine LTV. We'll be keeping you posted on all the game updates and sneak peeks into our upcoming show next week. Also, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV. We welcome you to send all of your thoughts and suggestions about the show on either website.
For Cody and our entire SportsLine team, I'm Bethany Lowe, and we'll see you at the game.